Welcome to my channel, From Alphabet to Arabic with Heba. Who is this channel for? This channel is dedicated to anyone who wants to learn the Arabic language. Whether you are a child or an adult, this space is for you. We especially welcome members of the Muslim community in the West and America who wish to reconnect with their Arabic roots. It's also a home for enthusiasts who love the beauty of the language and those who aspire to learn how to read the Holy Quran. What will we learn? We will start our journey together from the very beginning, learning the letters, their shapes, how to write them, and their unique sounds. We will dive deep into the harakat, vowels, and tanween. As we progress, we will build your vocabulary with essential nouns and verbs, and master the use of pronouns, all through engaging text and context. Our approach: we will walk together step by step, climbing the ladder of knowledge one rank at a time. We will move from basic letters to sentence structure and finally to full texts. We will also explore the most commonly used expressions in various fields of daily life. Welcome aboard, and I'm thrilled to have you here on this journey. The Arabic alphabet versus phonics. The Arabic language consists of 28 letters, such as Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. What I just recited are the names of the letters, not their pronunciation. This is exactly like English. For example, the letter name is A, but its sound is A. In Arabic, the sound of the letter is what we actually pronounce within a word, like A, B, T, Th, J. Unlike English, the shape of or form of a letter in Arabic depends on its position in a word, beginning, middle, and end. Let's elaborate on this. Letter positions are as follows: initial, at the very beginning of the word; medial, anywhere in the middle, neither first nor last; final, at the very end of the word. In Latin languages, such as English, a letter usually keeps the same shape regardless of its position. In Arabic, however, the letter's shape changed slightly to connect with its neighbors. Now, I'm going to show you a chart of all the alphabet letters. I want to tell you a little secret about the Arabic alphabet. In Arabic, most letters are very social. They love to hold hands and connect with the letters before and after them. However, there are 6 special letters that we call the stubborn letters or non-connectors. These letters are Alif, Dal, Thal, Ra, Zai, and Waw. According to this secret, I will divide the Arabic letters into 2 categories based on their shape and connectivity. First, the stubborn letters. These are 6 letters: Alif, Dal, Thal, Ra, Zai, and Waw. They are called stubborn because they only connect to the letter before them, but never to the letter that follows. 2. Non-stubborn letters. These are the remaining 22 letters. These letters are friendly and can connect from both sides, before and after. Let's start with the first category: stubborn letters. Stubborn letters. What makes them stubborn? Well, they are happy to connect to the letter before them, but they refuse to hold hands with the letter that comes after them. Since our first letter, Alif, is the leader of these stubborn letters, you will notice that whenever it appears, there is always a tiny gap between it and the next letter. It just likes its personal space. Keep this in mind as we look at more examples, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Let's start with the first letter, Alif. In the initial position at the beginning, Alif usually takes 1 or 2 forms. A, the vertical stick or straight line with the hamza on top. E, the vertical stick or straight line with the hamza underneath. Let's look at some examples. أرنب, which means rabbit. Notice how the alif stands at the beginning. إبريق, which means kettle or teapot. Notice how I stands at the beginning. Asad, which means lion. Alif here stands at the beginning. Ananas, pineapple. Alif here also stands at the beginning. Af'a, snake. Alif also here stands at the beginning. Ibra, needle. So, we notice that alif when comes at the beginning of the word is written as a stick with the hamza, above or below it. So, what happens to the alif in the middle of the word? As you can see, the alif often looks like a vertical link or a long vowel connecting to the letter before it. But remember, alif is a stubborn letter. It doesn't like to connect to the letter that follows it. Look at these examples. Satair, which means curtains. Here the alif stands in the middle of the word in two forms. Sama, which means sky. Here the alif stands in the middle of the word in the form of طائرة, which means airplane. Here alif is written as لؤلؤ, which means pearl. Here alif is written as مرآة, which means mirror. Here alif is written as كأس, which means cup. Here alif is written as. So, the forms of alif in the middle of the word are as follows. And now let's look at the cases where the letter alif occurs at the end of a word. Examples are as follows. شاطئ, which means beach. Notice how the alif stands at the end of the word. Ma, which means water. Alif here stands at the end of the word. Marfa, which means port. Here alif is written as لؤلؤ, which means pearl. Here alif is written as the form of عصا, which means stick. Here alif is written as يقرأ, which means read. Here alif is written like أفعى, snake. Alif also here stands at the end of the word. Najwa, here Najwa is a proper name. It's a name of a female. So, the forms of alif in the middle of the word are as follows. Notes. 1. I would like to point out that in the Arabic language, the letter alif is a distinct from the letter hamza, which is called the glottal stop in linguistics within the field of phonetics. Alif and hamza are actually two different letters. The hamza is identified by the symbol a, whereas the alif is anything else. However, for the sake of simplifying the explanation, I have treated them as a single letter. 2. The word لؤلؤ, you might notice the letter waw with the small hamza on top. Actually, this letter is waw, but since its sound is that of hamza, the glottal stop, I have included it here in this section. 3. It's the same case with the word satair. I've placed here under the alif group because we are focusing on the sound, which is the hamza sound, glottal stop. 4. In Arabic, the hamza, glottal stop, can sit on different chairs like the alif, the waw, or the tooth-like shape called nabira, but the sound you make remains the same. Now let's move on the second letter in the Arabic alphabet among the stubborn letters, non-connectors, those that don't connect to the letter following them. This is the letter dal. Just like other letters, dal appears at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of a word. We will now examine each case individually, providing examples for each. Dal at the beginning of the word. When dal starts a word, it stands alone and is not attached to the next letter. Example: دائرة, circle. دراق, peach. دب, bear. دواء, medication. We notice that dal at the beginning of the word is written in the form of dal in the middle of the word. In the middle, it can connect to the letter before it, but it remains detached from the letter after it. Example: صندوق, which means box. وردة, rose. The dal here is separate because it follows the letter ra, which is also a stubborn letter. They stand next to each other without holding hands. حديد, iron. The dal here is connected. It holds the hand of the letter ha before it. But notice how it doesn't touch the letter ya that comes after it. مدفع, cannon. حداد, farrier. We notice that dal in the middle of the word is written in the form of dal at the end of the word. At the end, it either connects to the preceding letter or stands alone if the letter before it is also stubborn. Example: Asad, lion. The dal is connected. The letter seen before it is friendly and holds the dal's right hand. Wurud, which means roses. The dal is independent. It follows the letter waw, which is a stubborn letter and doesn't connect to the left. So, the dal stands alone at the very end. Jad, which means grandfather. Fahad, which means leopard. Masjid, which means mosque. Maq'ad, which means seat. We notice that dal at the end of the word is written in the form of. Now, let's move on the third letter in the Arabic alphabet among the stubborn letters, not connectors. Those that don't connect to the letter following them. This is the letter dal. Just like other letters, dal appears at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of a word. We will now examine each case individually, providing examples for each. Dal at the beginning of the word. When dal starts a word, it stands alone and is not attached to the next letter. Examples: ذئب, which means wolf. ذبابة, which means fly. ذهب, which means gold. ذرة, which means corn. ذراع, which means arm. ذيل, which means tail. We notice that dal at the beginning of the word is written in the form of dal in the middle of the word. In the middle, it can connect to the letter before it, but it remains detached from the letter after it. Examples: نافذة, which means window. The dal follows an alif. Since alif is stubborn, the dal stands next to it without touching. Dal is also stubborn, so it doesn't touch to the ta marbuta after it. حذاء, which means shoes. أذن, which means ear. Here the dal is not connected to the letter alif because alif is stubborn, so the dal stands alone. It looks like the initial shape because the letters around it are also stubborn. جذور, which means roots. مذيعة, which means presenter. We notice that dal in the middle of the word is written in the form of dal at the end of the word. At the end, it either connects to the preceding letter or stands alone if the letter before it is also stubborn. Examples: قنفذ, which means hedgehog. The dal is connected. The letter fa before it is friendly, so it holds the dal's right arm. Ustad, which means teacher. The dal is independent. It follows an alif, and since alif is a stubborn letter that doesn't hold hands on the left, the dal stands all by itself. Tilmid, which means student. Jird, which means rat. We notice that dal at the end of the word is written in the form of. Now let's move on to the other letter in the Arabic alphabet among the stubborn letters, non-connectors, those that don't connect to the letter following them. This is the letter ra. Just like other letters, ra appears at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the word. We will now examine each case individually, providing examples for each. Ra at the beginning of the word. When ra starts a word, it stands alone and is not attached to the next letter. Example: رافعة, which means crane. ريشة, which means feather. رأس, which means head. رجل, which means man. رمل, which means sand. We notice that ra at the beginning of the word is written in the form of ra in the middle of the word. In the middle, it can connect to the letter before it, but it remains detached from the letter after it. Examples: قرد, which means monkey. The ra is connected. It holds the hand of the letter qaf. But look closely. It doesn't touch the letter dal after it because ra is stubborn. مجرفة, which means shovel. شجرة, which means tree. مدرسة, which means school. The ra here is not connected to the letter dal. Actually, since the dal before it is also stubborn, they stay side by side without touching. The ra then stays separate from the sin as well. Faris, which means knight. We notice that ra in the middle of the word is written in the form of ra at the end of the word. At the end, it either connects to the preceding letter or stands alone if the letter before it is also stubborn. Examples: قمر, which means moon. The ra is connected. The letter mim before it is friendly, so it holds the ra right arm. مسمار, which means nail. The ra is independent. It follows an alif. Since the alif is stubborn and never holds hand to its left, the ra must stand alone at the end. بئر, which means well. قطار, which means train. نمر, which means tiger. We notice that ra at the end of the word is written in the form of. Now, let's move on to the other letter in Arabic alphabet among the stubborn letters, non-connectors, those that don't connect to the letter following them. This is the letter Zai. Just like other letters, Zai appears at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of a word. We will now examine each case individually, providing examples for each. Zai at the beginning of the word. When Zai starts a word, it stands alone and is not attached to the next letter. Examples: زنبق, which means lily. زرافة, which means giraffe. زجاج, which means glass. زورق, which means boat. زيتون, which means olive. We notice that Zai at the beginning of the word is written in the form of Zai in the middle of the word. In the middle, it can connect to the letter before it, but it remains detached from the letter after it. Examples: غزال, which means deer. The Zai is connected. It holds the hand of the letter Ghain before it. However, it doesn't touch the alif after it because Zai is stubborn. حزام, which means belt. جزر, which means carrot. ميزان, which means balance. جزيرة, which means island. Mazen, which is a proper name, a name of a boat. Zai is a separate. It follows an alif, which is also stubborn letter. Since alif doesn't give its hands to the left, the Zai stands alone, and it also doesn't connect to the noon after it. We notice that Zai in the middle of the word is written in the form of Zai at the end of the word. At the end, it either connects to the preceding letter or stands alone if the letter before it is also stubborn. Example: موز, which means banana. The Zai is independent. It follows the letter waw. Since waw is a stubborn letter, it doesn't hold hands to its left. The Zai stands all by itself at the end. خبز, which means bread. The Zai is connected. The letter ba before it is friendly and holds the Zai's right arm. ماعز, which means goat. قفاز, which means glove. كرز, which means cherry. We notice that Zai at the end of the word is written in the form of Now, let's move on to the final letter in the Arabic alphabet among the stubborn letters, not connectors, those that don't connect to the letter following them. This is the letter Waw. Just like other letters, Waw appears at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the word. We will now examine each case individually, providing examples for each. Waw at the beginning of the word. When Waw starts a word, it stands alone and is not attached to the next letter. Example, ورقة, which means leaf. ولد, which means boy. وسادة, which means pillow. وعاء, which means bowl. وحيد القرن, which means rhino. We notice that Waw at the beginning of the word is written in the form of Waw in the middle of the word. In the middle, it can connect to the letter before it, but it remains detached from the letter after it. Example, طاووس, which means peacock. This word is very interesting. The first Waw follows an Alif stubborn, so it stands alone. سبورة, which means board. The Waw is connected. The letter Ba before it is friendly and holds the Waw's arm. Notice that the Waw doesn't touch the Ra after it. عنكبوت, which means spider. حلزون, which means snail. سوار, which means bracelet. We notice that Waw in the middle of the word is written in the form of Waw at the end of the word. At the end, it either connects to the preceding letter or stands alone if the letter before it is also stubborn. Example, دلو, which means bucket. The Waw is connected. The letter Lam before it is friendly and holds the Waw's right hand. Jaru, which means poppy. The Waw is independent. It follows the letter Ra. Since Ra is a stubborn letter and doesn't hold hands to its left, the Waw stands all by itself at the end. Saru, which means cypress. We notice that Waw at the end of the word is written in the form of. So we have officially covered the 6 stubborn letters of the Arabic alphabet: Alif, Dal, Dhal, Ra, Zai, and Waw. Remember the golden rule. These letters are friendly to the right, but they never hold hands with any letter on their left. I know it might feel a bit different from English at first, but once you master these 6, you've already solved the biggest puzzle of Arabic writing. You're doing a great job, so keep practicing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next lesson. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Can you write one word that contains a stubborn letter? Thank you so much for watching lesson 1. I see you in the next video, where will we start a new family of letters. Until then, happy learning and مع السلامة. Goodbye.